Well, welcome back to the channel. If you're new here, my name is Mark. This is a Zenith 750 Super Duty STOL. And if you're watching this video, Zenith has now released information on their Super Duty Cruzer. So this is the Super Duty version of the Zenith STOL, and now they have a Super Duty version of the Cruzer. At this time, I don't know what the official name of it's going to be, if it's just a Super Duty Cruzer. But about a month ago, I flew out to the Zenith factory to fly the 650, which is going to be my next airplane build. And while I was there, I had the opportunity to fly the new Super Duty Cruzer. Guys, it's an amazing airplane. I love it. I almost bought a kit on the spot, but when I was there, it wasn't ready for to be released or for sale yet. And I really want to build the 650, but you guys are going to love this airplane. In this video, I'm going to show you a flight that I did in that airplane. And a couple minutes in, there's a little audio issue I'll talk about in a minute. But for now, here is my flight in the Super Duty Cruzer.
Clear. Well guys, welcome aboard with me. I am in the new Zenith Super Duty Cruzer. I'm going to go up and test fly it, give my thoughts on it. This is the prototype, or the very first one. You can see they have a different style panel in here, and I can already tell the visibility is really nice. Kind of like the factory Super Duty with the unpanel. You got a lot of windshield there to look through. This has the same engine as my airplane, but this one sounds quieter for some reason. Brakes work really nice. Alright, we'll do a short run up here. Everything looks good there with the run up. We got a Garmin display in this one. This looks really nice. It's a big screen. Everything's really easy to see. Even though it's in the middle of the airplane, it's still really easy to read. So I kind of like that. We got a push to talk on the stick. Expo traffic. 5 Charlie Delta, back taxi 18, let's go. It seems very smooth and quiet in here. That's interesting because it's, you know, the cabin's pretty much the same as the Super Duty, but they have a 3-bladed prop on here. Add just a little bit of flaps for takeoff. It taxis nice and straight. I'm really not even doing anything with the rudder pedals, so that's kind of nice. These brakes actually are really nice on here too. Now it could be because there's smaller wheels, so there's less mass to have to stop, but these brakes work really nice. I might have to put these brakes on the Super Duty. Mexico traffic, 5 Charlie Delta, departing runway 18, Mexico.
This is where we had another audio problem. You know, to be honest with you guys, this is why I don't make a lot of flying videos, is because every time I make a flying video, it seems like the equipment fails. This is the cord that goes from the GoPro to the headphone jacks. You plug the headset into this, so it's kind of like it splices in and records your audio. And if you can see, this part here gets plugged into here, and they have this little rubber boot around it to hold the two together. And what happened is this plug pulled out just a hair, but enough to where it cut off the audio. And I put a zip tie on here now. Hopefully that will work on the next flying video I make. So what I'm going to do for the rest of the video is show you the video, and I'm just going to voice over what my thoughts were when I was flying the airplane. Well, Roger went out and flew the airplane first, and when he got back, I took it up. And you know, the very first thing I noticed on the takeoff was how much pull the engine and propeller have. And it might be because it's a 3-bladed prop. It just had a lot more pull to it than mine, but I was kind of really surprised that when you put that power in, you really feel it pulling you forward. You know, takeoff was just like any other airplane, no big deal there. On climb out, I just kind of circled around the airport, took off and made left turns, kind of about traffic pattern altitude. I just wanted to see how stable the airplane was. I don't think I really even looked at the airspeed to see what kind of airspeed I was getting in cruise. But this airplane is designed with smaller wheels and to have wheel pants on it. This one did not have wheel pants on it at the time. So I'm assuming once Zenith gets this airplane all dialed in, it's going to cruise faster than it did when I flew it anyway. But the overall thing with this airplane is it was a very, very good flying, stable airplane. It flies, in my opinion, better than the Super Duty. The Super Duty, it seems like a very, very light airplane. You know, if there's no wind at all, it's very stable. I can, fly it forever with my hand off the stick. But any little turbulence you get, like afternoon thermals or something like that, the Super Duty just seems to bounce around a bit. Whereas the Super Duty Cruzer, I thought was a lot more stable than the Super Duty. And it also felt heavier on the controls. Not heavy in a bad way, I think heavier in a good way, where it felt really, really solid. It really flies almost like a heavier cruiser. I'm not a test pilot, so I can't really give you some probably good engineering or aerodynamic terms of what the airplane flies like. All I can give you is kind of my general impression. I'm just a regular old pilot, but I was very, very pleased with how it flies. It turns very nicely. I like the vertical stab and rudder like the Cruzer and the Super Duty Cruzer has, much better than the full flying rudder that the Super Duty has. I think it just feels better in the turns. I think sometimes the full flying rudder on the Super Duty can just be too sensitive. And sometimes I find myself kind of chasing the rudder a little bit. So I think the Super Duty Cruzer just felt better in that regard than the Super Duty does. Again, it really kind of felt like flying my Cruzer, just kind of a little bit bigger and heavier. The sight picture was also a little bit different than my Super Duty. My Super Duty, especially with no cargo or anything in it, or baggage, it tends to fly pretty level, maybe even nose up a degree or so. Whereas if you go back and watch any of my Cruzer flying videos, the Cruzer flies at a very nose low attitude. And in fact, when I first flew my Cruzer, I thought there was something wrong with it because it flies so nose low. But all the Cruzers fly like that, and the Super Duty Cruzer is exactly the same. It flies nose low. So what I found myself doing was kind of using the same sight picture that I have in the Super Duty, but because I was doing that, I kept climbing in the airplane. So I had to kind of consciously remember to fly it with a nose low attitude. So I guess the visibility would be a little better, you could say, over the nose on the Super Duty Cruzer than it is on the Super Duty. Again, the whole airplane just felt solid. I just really liked the feel of the airplane. I liked how it flies. I like the vertical stab and rudder better than the full flying rudder. I think it's just a very stable, nice airplane. In fact, Roger and I were talking afterwards, and I think once they release this airplane and kits are available, I really think it's going to hurt the sale of the Super Duty, which is not a bad thing. Because personally, if I was looking to build a Super Duty, there's no way I would build a Super Duty over a Super Duty Cruzer. The difference in takeoff and landing is going to be minimal between the Stoll and the Cruzer. And if you really wanted the bush tires, it would be super easy to put the Super Duty landing gear and bush tires on the Super Duty Cruzer. And I mean, you'd have a great bush plane that I think would probably be a little faster in cruise because you're eliminating the slats and the big fat horizontal stab. And I think you'd have a little bit nicer flying airplane. So in my overall opinion, anybody that's looking to build a Super Duty, now that the Super Duty Cruzer is out, you really may want to think about going with the Super Duty Cruzer instead of the Super Duty. So yeah, Roger and I were talking about that, and I think the Super Duty sales are going to go down now. But obviously for Zenith, it doesn't matter if somebody's buying a Super Duty Cruzer or a Super Duty Stoll. They're still selling kits. But again, in my opinion, if I was knowing what I know now, if I was choosing between the Super Duty and the Super Duty Cruzer, I would definitely go with the Super Duty Cruzer. And for me, I would probably put the smaller wheels with wheel pants on it just to get some faster cruise speed. Maybe later on, I'd buy an extra set of bush wheels and tires, and if I ever want to do some off-airport flying, I could just throw those on there. You'd have kind of the best of both worlds. Damn it, Roger, I want one.
Does it fly pretty good?
Oh, it flies amazing.
Isn't it amazing how easy it is to land?
Oh.
That extra weight forward, I think.
Dude, I love the feel of this airplane. It feels so much more solid than the Super Duty. Like the Super Duty's real light on the controls. This is just super solid. Man, I like it. It flies great. Yep. I kept climbing though because like I'm trying to get that same sight picture as a Super Duty, but this one flies like a Cruzer, a lot more nose low. So I noticed I gotta push the nose down.
Good.
So
I'm glad you enjoyed it.
Oh, this
Hope
was-
I didn't screw up your decision making.
man, I'm selling the Super Duty and building one of these.
All right, well, thanks, Mark.
That was nice. Thanks for letting me take her up.